American Environmental Review is a national platform where nature and technology meet, where protecting and preserving our precious resources takes center stage, where the spotlight seeks out and shines on the environmental innovators. This editorial series, featured on public television, takes an inside look at the outdoors, explores how the decisions we make today impact each of our tomorrows. The Center for Global Food Issues was handpicked as a featured guest because of its commitment to the environment in which we live. Has been farming this land in rural Kansas for more than 30 years. While little has changed in the small town of White Cloud, Ken's definitely in tune with modern times. Today, he and his wife Mary plant 3,500 acres of corn and soybeans and rely on a computer to keep track of orders. Ken is also involved in an alternative farming practice called no-till farming, an intense version of conservation tillage. With this technique, he plants seeds into the stem, stalk, and leaf residue of previous crops without tilling the land.
Our first concern when we started the no-till operation was soil savings, and we soon found out that there was a lot of other benefits. The soil quality has gone up. The fuel savings have been tremendous. We don't worry about fuel costs anymore. The water quality in our streams has gotten better, and since the ground has gotten cleaned up, we don't have the weed problems that we used to have.
Independent research published in the journal Science in 1999 shows conservation tillage can reduce soil erosion by up to 95%. The issue of conservation agriculture is not without controversy, however. Some organic farming advocates oppose these farming practices because of the use of synthetic crop protection herbicides, which enable weeds to be destroyed without having to plow the fields. But in April of 2002, a declaration of support for this and related methods of high-yield farming was signed by a group of notable environmentalists, including Nobel Peace Prize winner Dr. Norman Borlaug, who is known as the father of the Green Revolution.
Using high-yield agriculture, you require less land to feed the world population, and consequently, and produce more food per acre cultivated. The other alternative is to open more land to cultivation. But in many parts of the world, there's no longer more land suitable for agriculture that can be open to cultivation.
Because this farming method aims to reduce the loss of the world's natural ecosystems, Patrick Moore, who founded Greenpeace but is now at odds with the organization over these types of issues, says he's also behind the technique.
When I look at all things in the balance, it seems to me very clear that the benefits of conservation tillage far outweigh any theoretical risk of using the herbicides that are used. Anything we can do to increase the yield of our agricultural production, so long as it doesn't have severe negative impacts on the environment, is beneficial to nature conservation, because the less land we need to grow our food, the less forest has to be cleared away to grow that food.
While those on both sides continue to plow over the issue, back in Kansas, Ken eyes his fields, with hope he'll continue to produce a steady harvest that will keep the family farm on track.
I'd like to keep this farm going forever. It's our heritage. It's where my great-grandfather started his farm, and we've got family that's counting on us to do it right, so we don't want to do it wrong.
As the search continues to find more ways to live on this earth without taking more from nature, progressive ideas are being developed through science and technology in hopes of meeting a growing population's essential needs.
We could have lost all of the world's wildlands in the last 50 years as we redoubled the world's population and people got richer. We solved that with the Green Revolution. We're not going to plow it for food, but we might plow it for high-quality diets. We're going to have 50% more people, most of them rich enough to eat as well as I do, most of them rich enough to have 2 or 3 cats or dogs. And today's agricultural technologies are not adequate to triple the yields again. If we can't triple the yields again, the wildlands and or the children are at risk. I keep seeing an image of a magazine ad with lots of little kids and their pets and a tiger cub and a cut line that says, let's make sure we can feed them all in the 21st century. And that's my goal, that we be able to feed all of the people, all of their kids, all of their pets, all of the wild animals without taking any more land away from nature.
Being raised on a farm and working in agriculture for nearly 30 years have taught me a lot about the give and take relationship between farming and the environment. Conservation tillage and no-till farming are 2 important ways to help grow more food while protecting our precious land. The people of Syngenta care about the environment. We make products that make conservation tillage and no-till farming possible, and we're the industry leader with products to reduce risk to the environment. We're proud to support the Center for Global Food Issues for providing this program, and we want to thank you for watching.
John F. Kennedy once said, "The supreme reality of our time is the vulnerability of our planets." It is a timeless statement. World population, consumption, and technology push forward, often more quickly than natural resources can support, or, with consequences, more costly than we can afford. The need for a unified effort to nurture, renew, and protect the planet has never been more compelling. Therefore, once again, American Environmental Review extends a special thanks to the companies and organizations that have risen to meet today's environmental challenges. This has been a presentation of WJMK.